Oh my god. I haven't played this game in over a month. Where does the time go? Ooh, what's going on? Gosh, I'm not even gonna give any explanation because it's not needed. Let's just hop right back into it. I just recently edited the investigation video. Oh shoot, I have notes. Hold on. I created a notepad. I'm not messing around anymore. Let's go. The trial. Voices. Okay. Let's go. The boys, as usual. June 22nd. Okay. Okay. Maya.
Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Just like me?
Yeah? Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah. And I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Yeah, true. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today.
I'm happy for you. Do you know any 8-year-old that would say a sentence like that? Just saying.
Hey! Morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
She's like, I'll make sure of it.
Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support.
No, she's not. No, she's not, dude.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Ooh, does she know? Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
Oh my gosh.
Pearly, not this again.
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Please?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Yeah, the wrong impression, dude. Phew, thank goodness. Shadow, you're not gonna sit on my lap, dude. Hey.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
Oh, he doesn't want her. Oh, wow. Phoenix Wright is I was about to say he's a good person, but that's so generic, or like simple. He's thoughtful. Right? He thinks of others, not just himself. He's an attorney, for crying out loud. Let's go. I haven't done the judge's voice in so long, it feels like. Oh no.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world.
Oh my god. That's scary. There was no indication. She just did it straight up.
All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
That's nice, Miss Von Karma.
Humph. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye.
It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. I gulped, okay?
Now then, an interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. I have no idea what that was. I forgot.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Well, yeah, I found it. It was in the incinerator.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
Alright, let's hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What? She's literally taking my own theory and turning it against me. That's crazy.
But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said... excuse me. I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room.
No shit, brother. Like,
and I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Oh, I'm out of coffee. Oopsies.
Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. This music is so cool, dude. Music sets you in just some type of mood, man. This makes me want to sleep, to be honest. I got plenty of sleep today.
Witness. Name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking?
I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept a watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
Yes, that is...
You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room.
What?
Yeah, seriously, what?
And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber.
Order.
Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante of this trial.
Or on this trial. Maya's escape. Can I look over my evidence first? Hold on. Shoot, hold on. Okay. What could have proved that she actually did leave? Or, like, that... Okay, well, first, let's just hear her out, okay? I'm jumping ahead of myself. See, I can't do that anymore. Prove that in the past few videos.
After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber.
That's correct.
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze.
karate chopped her shit. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. Ooh, she knows the karate chop? Yeah. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Okay. Ooh. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. Bullshit, dude. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. It's Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is very smart and a sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
We just gotta press. We just gotta keep, using the chisel and hammer. There we go. Why do I only have half health? Where the hell is that coming from? Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. You can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks.
What did you do after that, Miss Faye?
That's mad trash that I got half health. Requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police, which we did. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes. Yes. That is a very good point.
At that time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another...
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. You are giving a testimony, everything be... Yeah, question further, dude, come on. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? Come on, talk. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. Maya would have gone on a killing spree. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. She is so full of shit.
Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye.
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue.
A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Is that not like perjury? When are things perjury and not perjury? But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. Objection! Oh, she doesn't want to talk. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further? We always question. Come on, we're an attorney. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oh...
This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this expected thing was, there is always later.
Yes, very well.
Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from the self-escape room. Okay.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
It's a low-key rose.
I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Objection!
Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember, at that time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey.
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase? Run away, given chase right away?
Well, yes, I would have. However,
she struck me on the neck. Okay. With great strength, she hit the base of my skull and neck, and I fainted. You fainted?
I became dizzy, and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy. Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went.
Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question further. Come on. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went.
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
That's true. I really don't think ahead like this, or that in-depth.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness.
Do you have another witness? What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness.
Damn, Morgan gave one testimony and is gone. Gone.
From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. So far. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. The ass.
Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? The incinerator? I forgot, I didn't see what the judge said at first, sorry.
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
Ini, bro. No, I don't want to talk to Ini. Although ripping through her testimony is going to be easy.
Who was that?
The prosecution calls Miss Ini.
I think I've been pronouncing their last name wrong this entire episode. I think it's Miney. Ini Miney. I'm gonna try and say Miney for the remainder of this trial. If I'm still wrong, I don't know how that's pronounced. Miney? Miney? Whatever.
The prosecution calls Miss Ini Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Ini Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Yep.
Witness, name and occupation.
Okay, so my name is, like, Ini Miney.
Oh, I miss doing her voice.
I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct?
Well, like, I guess.
If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine. For my sake, at least.
Water, 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 water. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into my room, like, really suddenly.
Bullshit, you were sleeping, bro.
It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way.
We have never seen her eyes.
My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
Is that it?
Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling that at the time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Okay. Yes, Ini Miney. She was a nurse at the Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness.
Like, yeah?
In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it.
Like, do I totally, like, really have to?
Of course.
Miss Miney, please.
Such an act.
My sister,
Where's the music at?
like, this is what she said to me.
This is the opening to the episode. I now feel like Morgan did that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, where could Morgan have been? Ini claims she was in the side room, which is BS. There is a hole in the clothing basket that's 8 inches off the ground, same as the bullet hole in the folding screen. So either Ini channeled somebody, Morgan channeled somebody, or something. Oh, you know what? Let's just keep going. Okay.
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes.
There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow.
Awesome.
However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
This is a quick trial.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Yes, sir.
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drivel. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last.
I got you sweating the last one. Don't forget that. I did that to you. Big false.
Was that because of your,
Sesame allergy, was it? I remember that.
Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to be totally a seedy day.
yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
I almost, choked myself. A little later, someone came to my room, totally suddenly.
Do you know the time?
Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think.
When was Dr. Gray murdered? Does it say? Does it say the time? Okay, it's not important. Something like that, I think.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food?
Oh, the music died down. Ah, no. I think you may... no. I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when someone came into your room?
Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it.
Sorry. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's really...
That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? What?
Did I? So, what was I talking about again?
Oh my gosh, dude. Never mind.
Witness, about this person who entered the side room.
Yes. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Yep.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
Ace Attorney, dude. Ace Attorney.
You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
Oh my god, I'm going crazy.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Aw. More than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright.
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Ini Miney?
I hadn't seen her in so long. I was happy in a sad way.
You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with a surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult.
That actually makes sense.
But I, know all about the Curane channeling technique.
The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister.
Yeah, like she said, what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange.
But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection. Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
It kinda is important, because if she was expecting her, then... yeah, it actually is important. Yeah, hold on, can I save? Yeah, it's very important. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Thank you.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that.
Okay. New testimony?
I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal.
Yeah.
That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Ini.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said?
Oh my gosh, dude, this music is so cool.
Okay. You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. Yuck.
Look at Dr. Gray in the back.
This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
The blood spray.
Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order.
Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney.
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. This is the first time we saw her eyes. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. Mia knows something I don't.
First of all, calm yourself, witness.
Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap.
Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. God, I can't read sometimes. Okay. Water.
Like, the side room was, kinda dark, you know? What are you talking about? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in, right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Oh, that's it? Oh. She really does just stop randomly, doesn't she?
Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright?
Never.
Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Again.
after the murder part 2. Like, the side room was kind of, like, dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. It was, actually. We went in there before the channeling started.
Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's?
You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man.
Like, okay. Ugh. Can't breathe. Let me out of here.
So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended in.
You didn't see the blood?
Like, yeah.
But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well.
That's,
Question further, are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either?
I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face.
Continue.
And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that.
Okay. And what was your sister, Miss Ini Miney, like at the time?
Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan.
And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all of that to you?
Like, yeah.
And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better.
I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better.
She says with her whip at the ready.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Huh?
Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean?
When? When you... if they were going to the crime scene... Oh, they said she changed her clothes. No, she couldn't have, because when... No, but that was after, okay. She could have changed her clothes. The incinerator would have been on. Let me actually save, as usual. I realized I'm not the only one that did that. I watched a, like, funny Ace Attorney video, and I saw people in the comments, like, loading saves and stuff, so I'm not the only one that does that, I know. We're going to the crime scene. If they were going to the crime scene, they would have saw the incinerator to the right after you exit the side room, and by that point, Mimi should have put, like, the key, right? Because she had it. Oh no, it was in the sleeve and she threw her clothes away in the incinerator. That's right. Okay, yeah, we're going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Like, no, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder, bro. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
I, like, totally can't.
Come on. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber, is all that important?
Yes, it's very important, dude. I ask because it is very important.
Not that I know where I'm going with this. How come... Okay, never mind.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but... Okay.
I saw the incinerator.
I, like, didn't see anyone on, like, on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Oh, they're talking about, Pearl. Hold on. Yep, cool. Okay. I finally found the fault. Or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Huh?
Dude, the soundtrack is just so heat.
Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So? Like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I?
No.
It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could not have seen this person. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Yes? And how is this child relevant?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
Oh.
And she just happened to break this urn.
Oh.
Oh! Wait, she broke the urn? Yes, bro. Yep. She accidentally knocked it over with her ball. And Pearl was the only one who put it back together. Aw. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What was that just now? What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Grr. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way, dude. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction?
Where's... Oh, excuse me. It's in the evidence. Help me, Mia. Hold on, wait, actually. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, wait, if she wasn't sleeping in the side room, because then her whole testimony goes out the window. But let me just say it's in her testimony, because I'm thinking, like, if she claims she was asleep in the side room and her sister came to get her, she either never woke up, or she was there the entire time. Let me just say this really quick. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. I was right, but for the wrong reasons. Let's move on. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. Ah! I never know how to do those.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling...
See, I mentioned this in a previous video, but I think I edited it out for, like, time reasons. It says partial. Like, they wouldn't put that if it didn't mean anything. Is there, like, an underground way to the channeling chamber?
One would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off the baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Ini Miney. So now is the time to prove it.
Oh my god.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Okay. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Bro. Miss Miney was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
Isn't that the crime scene? Yes. That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order.
That's why that is...
Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. I'm losing my breath.
Yes, that is correct. Please, explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Ini Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I got a big nose. I was hiding? Yes, bro. Where? Like, where was I hiding? I called this from the jump, bro. Here, of course.
Behind the folding screen.
Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk? There are holes in her head. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Whoa.
I was right. See, I got her upset. Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. How old are you? 21.
I'm sorry.
Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. Whoa! She's all confident now? Wait. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Of course. Miss Miney. How were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. What are you, Solid Snake? That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lada disproved you when she was hiding from me. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was the time of the...
And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Do I choose that? Or do I choose this again? Let me choose this again. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there is any sort of evidence in that old thing.
This is... What on earth?
Oof. I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground? Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Oh, I thought they shot from within the box, but I guess that wouldn't make sense. Let's keep it moving. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. No.
Order. So what are you saying?
Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Ini Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Ini Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey.
To masquerade as Maya Fey?
She had it planned from the very beginning, Your Honor. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No. Stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. I could agree with her. Morgan helped her out. Yes, correct. It's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Got him. This person... If it wasn't someone from Currain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have... You wouldn't have that box to use. God. Morgan... Fey?
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Whoa! Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected?
Yes. Bang! Whoa! Dr. Gray was actually not dead. Dr. Gray's active. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and executed his ass.
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Golly. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Miss Miney. She immediately covered her own costume with blood. This is so inference, like, you can only put facts together, like, to a certain point. But at some point, Phoenix just goes on some own thing. Like, I never would have thought this, the order of events that happened. Does that even look like her? Oh, she was wearing a wig. Okay, I was gonna say, like... And pretended to be Maya Fey. Whoa. But, that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind this murder. Someone's gonna speak up. Yep. Huh.
Who was that, laughing at a time like this?
Oh, it's Morgan. Oh, it was her? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely...
Of course it was me. Wait, what? Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? I was gonna say, come on now. What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. Exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Ini Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Yeah, okay. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. Because she does, bro. Capcom, don't try and trick me like that. Come on now. I have to think of a motive now. What is the reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Highway numbers. Doctor lurking in the shadows. Believe the one driving the car with his sister was... Yep. Okay, we'll choose this. Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Oh, yes. Like, because through that accident you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be so stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing.
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, like, going to explain. So, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. This is a long trial. This is only part 1, too. Pathetic Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end.
I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there was no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tisk tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Ini Miney.
Please let that be part 1. Yep. Okay, wait. Who is that? Morgan? Oh, Mia.
Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute.
All right.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself.
I have faith in the save button, to be honest. Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
It's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then...
Why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yes, I can. I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now.
Let's go. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. We're gonna be here for another half hour. Ahahaha! Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Ah! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side.
Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
You can rhyme too.
And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way.
Feisty.
Very well. The court will take a
5-minute recess. Thank you. Dear God.
when we will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait.
To be continued. Thank you. God, I thought I was going to be here for much longer. Oh my gosh, bro. Okay, so basically all the notes that I have here on my second monitor are gonna be for part 2. Absolutely none of these were for this part 1. But we basically established that Ini is the killer, how she did it, but part 2 is going to be why she did it. And I think I got that covered, because the main thing that I have to keep in mind is that Morgan and Ini are, quote, in cahoots. Along with Justice for All, I am going to start Devil May Cry 2 soon. I haven't started it yet, even though I finished Devil May Cry like a month ago. I haven't played Control in a long time either. Oh, you know what it is? I've been streaming a lot over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/GameCuber. I've been streaming The Last of Us. I've been streaming Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Thief Simulator, which is super fun. It's just a chill game to play. I listen to like lo-fi hip-hop music when I play that, so it's really chill time. So if you want to see any of that stuff, please go follow me over there on Twitch or subscribe here on YouTube. If you liked the video, please consider, again, subscribing, comment about what you think of Ace Attorney, these whack characters, dude, and leave a thumbs up, share it to, you know, social medias, whatever. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, I guess. Night, afternoon, evening. And we'll see you in the second trial.